video, the same every time, looking at IGCSE maths and GCSE maths, looking at the questions that apart from the numbers are the same every time. If you've been looking through past paper questions, Cambridge or Edexcel, you would have seen questions like this, where they are asking you to do operations with fractions, but without using a calculator. These are questions that seem to come up every year. Of course, now the Cambridge does have a specific non-calculator paper, so you would not be expected, you would not have your calculator with you on these questions. The Edexcel, they do say without using a calculator, so even though you have your calculator, they are expecting to see a full detailed working out. So these are actual exam questions. This one's worth 2 marks, so it's definitely worth knowing how to do. And the thing with this is, because they say you must show all your working, then yeah, that's exactly what we must do. There are some things that, you know, as mathematicians, we might think, well, I don't really need to write down that line of my working because it's obvious, I know what I'm doing. But in a question like this, a show that question, it is really the best advice to write down more working than you think you really need. So work out 1/3 plus 5 over 6. This is without using a calculator, so 1/3 plus 5 over 6. And of course, we should remember that when we are adding fractions together, or subtracting fractions for that matter, we need to make the bottom number, the denominator, the same. So the denominator has to be the same, denominator has to stay the same. Find the lowest common denominator. Look at the denominators, 3 and 6. What's the smallest number that's in the 3 times table and in the 6 times table? Well, it's 6, isn't it? The smallest number in the 3 times table and the 6 times table is going to be 6. It doesn't matter if you don't choose the smallest possible number, you will still eventually get to the same answer. The only problem is it's going to make your numbers bigger and perhaps a little bit trickier to work with. So we've got something over 6 plus something over 6. Well, the second fraction stays the same, doesn't it? That is 5 over 6. And then we have to think about the numerator for the first fraction. So what do I have to multiply 3 by to make 6? Well, I'm multiplying by 2, aren't I? Multiplying by 2 on the bottom there, so I have to do exactly the same thing on the top. Remember, if I multiply the top and bottom of a fraction by the same number, then it's an equivalent fraction, it's the same fraction. And remember, bottom number has to be the same, has to stay the same, so that's going to go over 6. And then we add together the top numbers, so that will be 7 over 6. Go back to the question and read it. You must show all your working and give your answer as a mixed number in its simplest form. So we're not quite there yet. We have an improper fraction there, don't we? So 7 over 6. What's the biggest number of 6s that I can get into 7? Well, it's 1, isn't it? 1 6 is 6, that's okay. 2 6 is 12, that's way too big. So the biggest number of 6s that I can divide into 7 is just 1. 1 6 is 6. I wanted 7, so there's 1 left over, that's the remainder. And with these things, the bottom number, the denominator, has to stay the same, so it's over 6. So my answer there, mixed number in its simplest form, 1 and 1 over 6. There we go. I'm confident that I'll get the 2 marks for that. Yeah, they do say without using a calculator, so on a Cambridge paper you would not have your calculator with you. If it was an Edexcel paper, you would have your calculator, so you would be able to check your answer on a calculator and make sure you've got it right, and then you know you've got the 2 marks. But of course, your final answer has to follow from all your working out. If your working out does not lead to your final answer, they will not give you the mark. They will check this. And of course, you do need to show every stage of your working. And when I say every stage, I mean possibly more working than you think you really need. Why not pause the video, have a go at this one? It's the same idea, well, the same every time, isn't it? Without using a calculator, work out 5/9 minus 1/6. Well, pause the video and try it. I'll try it myself as well. This is again 2 marks. You must show all your working and give your answer as a fraction this time in its simplest form. So I'll start by writing down the question. 5/9 minus 1/6. And then we need to put the denominators, the bottom numbers, the same. Bottom numbers have to be the same. Bottom numbers have to stay the same. Well, what's the smallest number in the 6 times table and the 9 times table? Well, I think it's 18, isn't it? So the smallest number that is in the 6 times table and the 9 times table, 18. By the way, if you don't know times tables, then it's probably a good idea to learn them, especially if you're doing the Cambridge paper with the non-calculator. So over 18, the smallest number in the 9 times table and the 6 times table. So with the 9 there, 9 times 2 makes 18, so I have to multiply by 2 on the top, that's 10. And with the 6 there, 6 times 3 is 18, multiply by 3 on the top, so that's going to be 3/18. So bottom number has to be the same, bottom number has to stay the same. 10 minus 3, 10 minus 3 is going to be 7. So 10 minus 3 there, 7 on the top of my fraction. And they do say give your answer as a fraction in its simplest form. And that makes me think that when we get to this stage, we're going to have to simplify. But it doesn't simplify, does it? 7 is a prime number. The only thing we could divide top and bottom by would be 7. And 18 does not divide by 7, so 7/18 is our final answer. I'm thinking that we get the simplest version of that fraction because we've used the lowest common denominator. We've used 18, the smallest number in the 9 times table and the 6 times table. Of course, you can use any multiple of 9 and 6. So 36, for example, would be another possibility, but you will then be left with some more simplifying to do. So there we go, 7/18. I've got the final answer and I've got all my working out. 2 marks for me. Right, so one more time, the same every time. What about you pause the video and you try this one? And while you're doing that, I'm going to do this one as well myself, and then you could restart the video and then we can compare our answers. So what's this then? Without using a calculator, so we're showing all our working out. Work out this, so 3/7 minus 2/21. You must show all your working and give your answer again as a fraction in its simplest form. So the bottom number, denominator, has to be the same and has to stay the same. What's the smallest number in the 7 times table and the 21 times table? Well, it's going to be 21, isn't it? So 21 is going to be our bottom number there, so 21 and 21. The second fraction, 2/21, can stay as it is. What do we multiply 7 by to make 21? 7 times 3, so multiply by 3 on the top would give me 9. So 9/21 minus 2/21, and the bottom number has to be the same and has to stay the same. So 9 minus 2 would give me 7/21. And in this case, we are going to simplify this, aren't we? 7/21. We can divide top and bottom. Well, the only 2 numbers we can divide 7 by are 1 and 7. 1 wouldn't take us anywhere, but I can divide 7 by 7. I can also divide 21 by 7. Now, since this question says you must show all your working, and it's meant to be non-calculator, I think I would just write a little note like that, a little bit of extra working out there, showing the examiner that I am actually dividing by 7. So 7 divided by 7, 1. 21 divided by 7 is 3. So my final answer, 1/3 or 1/3. Thank you very much for watching the video. If it was useful to you, then please press the like button and please subscribe to the channel because that's useful to us. I will be back next time with the next video.